Alright guys, decided to show a little montage here at the beginning. This is the morning after the show, after we'd had that free meal. It's still looking okay. And we went to Bubba Gump Shrimp Company. This is where we are here. That's Bridget, just checking out the menu. And they actually had Forrest Gump playing on the TV over here. I've seen this movie a million times. And I got what was called a Kentucky bourbon skewers with sausage and shrimp. Bridget got the shrimp skewers with shrimp and vegetables. That's the one underneath there because we each traded and came with mashed potatoes, corn on the cob, and slaw. Pretty good. And later that night I had a few drinks. Kahlua Midnight and low-calorie Starbucks iced coffee. Later on that night we ordered some Chinese into our hotel. We were just kind of hanging out and didn't want to drive anywhere, obviously, so I had some Chinese food. That was pretty good. I didn't have a ton of it. This is all I had, this little bowl here. Next day, went to the Gold's right down the street. Hit 4 sets of 8 with 290 on squats. And you can't tell, obviously, but my belt is really loose right now, so I don't know that it even served a purpose here. But I made it through all 4 sets of 8, and then I did 3 doubles with 365 on sumo deadlifts. Then I did some chest supported rows on one of the sweet machines that Gold's has that I normally don't have access to. And then I did 4 sets on dumbbell curls. Did 4 sets of supported rows and dumbbell curls. Everything went well. Definitely felt good to have a little bit more energy. Training is still a bit weird though, just because of leverages being so much different. And before we left Orlando, we stopped at a place called Sweet Tomatoes, which is actually a salad buffet. Can't do it justice with this little video. Had some really good baked goods. Cottage cheese was about the only protein source I could find. Later on, though, on the trip home, we stopped at Denny's. There aren't really that many Denny's around me, so we decided to stop here. I built my own burger with spinach, tomatoes, pickles, and I don't really remember what else. Sauteed mushrooms, and then I put some of my hash browns on the sandwich as well. That was really tasty. Good burger. Here's another salad. I've had a lot of salads since I finished dieting. This is at Whole Foods. One of my clients gave me a gift card. So that was pretty tasty. And then the next morning, this is what I followed breakfast with. I had this Arctic Zero, and I still have a lot of this. I really didn't use that much. And so I just weighed the Arctic Zero container before, and then weighed these toppings when I put them in. And then when I was done, I weighed the Arctic Zero container again to see what the exact weight of the container was to make sure I was accurate. But yeah, that's me being OCD, but this was really good. Okay, up next is training from Friday, and it was supposed to be an upper body day, so that's why you're seeing bench press here. I went ahead and did this first to make sure I got it done. It was 5 sets of 5 with 195, but on Thursday, my legs had still been too sore to complete the training, and everything just felt terrible, and I was still quite sore this next day and just not fully recovered from the lower body training, but I went ahead and did it. And this is my last warm-up set here. I warmed up for squats while I was doing my working sets of bench, just alternated between the two and took my time. That's why I'm showing it in this order, because this is the order I did the training. That's my last warm-up set on squats, and now we'll go back to my last working set on bench press. This is the only set I did with the belt on, and it was because I had just worn the belt for squats. Made it through all 5 sets. Definitely not an impressive weight, but I was pretty happy to make it through the session. Energy is just quite a bit better, and my weight really hasn't gone up yet. So we'll see how that goes. Last set there, and the plan was 5 sets of 5 with 320 on squats, but like I said, I was not anywhere near fully recovered here. So on the first set, I got to 3, and I knew that 5 was going to be pushing failure this day. So I just stopped at 3, did 4 sets of 3, and then went for a 9 to 9.5 RPE on the last set. and ended up getting 4 on that set. So 4 sets of 3, 1 set of 4 with 320. And next week, my second squat day of the week, will probably be the exact same rep scheme, but it'll be 10 pounds heavier. And my Monday squat session next week will probably be as it was planned. So it shouldn't have any difficulty there. Everything should be fine. And I was still pretty happy with this day. After squats and bench press, I did some barbell overhead press and some triceps push downs with the rope attachment. I had 4 sets of 10 on both of those. And I got some posing in the bathroom because I told you guys I'd show some updates even as I start gaining fat. I haven't really gained any noticeably yet. I can tell a little bit of a difference up close just as far as detail goes, but for the most part my weight has stayed. My weight's stayed exactly the same, but for the most part my conditioning has too. And had a pretty decent pump here because this is after the shoulder press and rope triceps pushdowns. Definitely happy with the way my calories are. I'm not doing any cardio. I limited cardio so much during prep that I just cut it completely out. And like I said, have not gained weight. So that is awesome. That means I won't have to keep doing it to keep from getting fat, which is helpful. And I can focus 100% on my training and my powerlifting goals. And I haven't really decided when I'm going to compete in powerlifting again. I'm below 165 right now, so obviously I could compete there. But I think pound for pound I'm much stronger between 170 and 180. And I just have to kind of get to a certain body fat before I feel comfortable with powerlifting again. So I'll probably end up competing in the 181s. But we'll see. We'll see how things go in the coming weeks. And that's it for the posing. Later on this night, we went to Buffalo Wild Wings. I wanted some onion rings, so kept the rest of the meal pretty low calorie. Grilled chicken sandwich with pico de gallo, and got a lot of onion rings. It's really tasty. And if you have made it this far, I appreciate it. Thanks for watching the first in this new series. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you guys soon.